2024, and 2023 was a great year. I'm sure I can see a number of faces, and I'm very good with names and remembering people, right? So I can see a number of faces that started their product management career in 2023, and I know that to a certain level they've gone forward from not knowing anything at all about product management to now understanding what product management is about. And and now putting themselves into a place where they can be able to work as product managers in organizations, right? I can see people who have started their career way earlier and are now working as product managers on this meeting as well. And I can see different calibers of people on the call right now. So I welcome you all to this product session. If you are a regular in our community, you know that we do this product session almost every Saturday, maybe not every Saturday, but almost every Saturday, where we invite other product managers, senior product managers, experienced product managers who would come into this session to give all of us ideas on product management, and they're going to talk on different topics on product management to help us have a broader perspective, right, on product management, to help us have a broader perspective on product management, right? And with that, we are able to get, a broader idea as to different topics, different ideas, different strategies, different how-tos on working and doing what we do as a product manager in a way that it adds value to you and it adds value to the organization that you work for. And even if you're not working as a product manager yet, it gives you the opportunity to start to understand the nuances of working as a product manager early. So you don't have to wait till you start to work. You can start to figure out some of the do's and don'ts, some of the ideas, some of the nuances of working as a product manager, even from this product session. And since when we started Enoverlab way back in 2021, one thing that we have seen the product session do is that even for people who take Enoverlab product management trainings, they can still come to the session. They can still come to the session and learn new ideas that you might not even learn in the inside of our trainings. Our trainings are very structured and you will learn a lot, but product management is very broad, right? And these product sessions are there to help you learn fresh ideas. Just earlier today, me, I'm a learning junkie. So anybody that knows me well, you know that I'm always trying to learn something new. Just earlier today, I was listening to a podcast, right? And, a man was talking, the speaker was talking about learning. And he said sometimes some people will pay $250,000, right? And the reason why they are paying that $250,000 for a consultant or for a coach is not because that coach is going to teach them something that they don't know at all. It's because of one thing. It might just be one sentence. It might just be one strategy. It might just be one idea. It might just be one connection. It might just be just something, just one thing, right, that they are looking for, but they are going to pay $250,000 $250,000 just to get to a consultant who will be able to give them access to that thing that they need. Either it's an information, either it's a knowledge, either it's an idea, either it's a strategy, It's just one thing, right, they need to get from that person, right, that they are going to pay that amount of money for. So why did I say that scenario? I say that scenario to say that always be looking forward to learning, right, and don't get tired. I notice people always get tired of product sessions sometimes. And I feel like maybe the reason why that is happening is because, some of us are, what do they want to say again? Well, I can bet you there's always something new. There is always something. And if you get to the point in your life where you're always, what do they want to say again? On the day that they're going to share something important, and because you are thinking, what they want to say again, and you don't join, right? Those days you miss out on on opportunities that should be for you, or you miss out on ideas that you should actually have the opportunity to get. So with that being said, welcome to 2024 once again, and I am super duper excited because it's another year to push ourselves to the next level, right? It's another year to push ourselves to the next level. And I know everybody probably have their own personal goals. Everybody have their own personal goals. Everybody have their own, you all have your own personal goals. You have what you want to achieve career-wise. You have plans. You have career projections. You have maybe finance projections. And I want to believe, whether you are a New Year resolution person or you are not a New Year resolution person, I'm sure at least everybody here probably has something in mind, even if you do not sit down to write it down, that you want to achieve, right? Whether it's career-wise or it's financial-wise, spiritual-wise, whatever ways, right? So, but today I'm going to be talking about, can you guys hear me? I just want to be sure. Can you guys hear me? I've not just been talking.
Yes, Banji, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay, awesome. All right then. So today I'm going to be talking about how to maximize 2024 as a product manager, right? How do you maximize 2024? This is a new year. We're still in the new year. We can still tell ourselves Happy New Year. Just in case you have not told somebody Happy New Year, please do that now. If you have not told somebody Happy New Year, please do that now. Some people should drop Happy New Year in the chat session.
Happy New Year, Banji.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Right? So, greet somebody, say hi to somebody. I think the New Year season. At least in my area now, I'm still seeing Christmas lights everywhere. So, but yeah, this is 2024, and like I said, the topic is how do you maximize this 2024 as a product manager? How do you maximize 2024 as a product manager? And as I was thinking about what to discuss this evening, right, in my plans, right, I remember I had a session last year, December, and I went to listen to the session myself, and I was like, I said a lot of things in this session. No? So if you have not listened to that session, maybe blessing, you can reshare the YouTube link. Please reshare it to the community group. I think that even me, when I listened to the session, some of the things that I said in that session, to be very honest, right, I did not even know that I said it when I was saying it. Because when I was listening to it, I was like, did I say this? And did I say that? Right, I listened to about 20 minutes clip out of the entire 1 hour clip. And I was like, did I say this? Did I say that? So even me, I was even sort of like surprised that I said a couple of things that I believe that are, even me myself, that I said it to you, I have to take notes of those things that I was also telling to you guys as well. So, blessing, please drop the link to that YouTube video. Drop the link to that YouTube video again on the community group. In short, the foundation of what I'm talking about 3 different things today, but it's important that you have to have the information that I shared I think I shared like 7 different things that you need to do as a product manager to prepare for the new year, or that you should focus on in 2024, right? I shared 7 different things in that conversation. So blessing, please share that YouTube link again so that people go and listen to it, because it is so important. And like I said at the beginning of this conversation, you don't want to get tired of learning, right? If you think you've learned enough, my brother and sister, you are going to find out that you are redundant, because the world is moving pretty fast, right? If you think you've learned enough, you are going to be redundant. The world is moving faster than ever. So you have to always be learning, right? Always be learning, or putting yourself in a place to get new insights or new ideas. So with that being said, today's conversation is not going to be long. I'm not talking about anything product management in this conversation today, right? We've talked a lot about product management last year. We'll talk a lot about product management for the whole of 2024. We have 11 months and 20 what days now? 11 months and 17 days in the whole of 2024 is what we're going to use to talk about product management. So today I'm not talking about product management. If you want to maximize 2024 I think the first thing I'm going to start with is you need to know by now if you are a product manager, especially if you are working as a product manager and you are not paying attention to trends. I don't know what to say about you, especially if you're already a product manager and you have at least 1 year experience, you're already working as a PM and you're not paying attention to technology trends as it stands right now. You're not paying attention to predictions. You're not looking at what is happening within the ecosystem. You're not looking at what is happening at the global level or at least industry level, even though global, what's happening within the tech industry relating to your own industry. You are going to be shooting yourself in the foot as a product manager, right? Especially when you have taken up strategic roles. But again, like I said, go and listen to the last conversation we had, or I had with the community last year. Go and listen to that meeting, right? Go and listen to that recording. It's so important. If you are not in that session, it's so important that you listen, because I shared a number of things there. But for today, the best way I'm going to take this conversation is I'm going to talk about 3 things. How do you maximize this 2024 as a product manager? I'm going to share 3 things. Can you guys hear me clearly? Yes. I'm not sharing a slide because the ideas that I'm sharing are pretty straightforward. Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yes.
All right. Awesome then. So, how do you maximize 2024 as a product manager this new year and this whole of this year, right? I've given you a foundation. I said 1, and I don't. That's not part of my list, but it's just a foundation to my list. Pay attention to the trends that are happening in your industry. Don't just be focused on your product. This 2024 is going to be more of a number of disruptions and stuff, right? Things are going to be disrupted, new ideas are going to form, things are going to be reinvented and stuff. And if you are paying attention to the tech ecosystem, you know that the ecosystem is volatile. Volatile in the sense that something can be here today and not here tomorrow. So if you're in the tech industry, you want to be always be paying attention to trends. Don't be my product. Nobody cares about your product at the industry level, right? And nobody cares about even, I know it sounds harsh, but I like to just say it. Nobody cares about your product at the industry level, except your product is the number 1 in the market, right? So if your product is not the number 1 in the market, then you should be paying attention to what is happening in the market. Because one thing that will affect a lot of companies and a lot of people working on their job as product managers is not paying attention to the industry, and then things will happen in that industry that will then shape the industry, but the product managers that are building products in that industry are not even paying attention to those things, and they'll be their product is going to be literally thrown off the market, or they themselves will be thrown off the market. So and this point that I just shared now is just a foundational point. It's not even in my list, right? I'm saying this because it is the baseline of what I want to talk about. So 3 things you should pay attention to this 2024 to be able to maximize it as a product manager. Number 1, focus. Yeah, I'm repeating that focus. 2024 is going to be noisy. That I can tell you from my own personal research. 2024 is going to be noisy. So noisy in the sense that there's going to be a lot of noise about AI, augmented reality, AR, and metaverse, and all these bells and whistles. And you're going to hear plenty things about what you should do and how you should do product management. I beg you in the name of God. Me, I serve God. I don't know what you serve, but I want to believe that you serve God too. Please, this 2024, have a focus in your career and even in your job and even in your products. Pick something, pick a struggle, and then focus on that struggle, because there will be a lot of how-tos. The internet is going to get more. Nowadays, everybody is an expert on Twitter. Everybody is an expert on Instagram. Or many people are experts on LinkedIn, right? And so And coming into 2024, you have more people coming into those spaces to tell you, oh, this is what you should do. This is how you should do it. This is what it is. This is what that is. That is what that is. You are going to have a lot of noise in this 2024. And if you do not have focus, you are going to be derailed. I urge you, and I sincerely urge you to prioritize focus. So focus means not just on focusing on product management, right? Pick your struggle and then focus on your struggle. If you want to be a fintech product manager, pick your struggle and then focus on that struggle. Meaning that, focus on the struggle, meaning that learn everything about fintech you can learn. And then be an expert in that fintech. If you want to be a growth product manager, pick your struggle, focus on that growth, and learn everything you can learn there. Regardless of whatever people are saying online, regardless of whatever people are saying on Twitter, on LinkedIn, or whatever platform, pick your struggle and focus on your struggle, right? Because 2024 is going to be noisy. And if you are not careful, you will get drawn away by the noise, and then you find out at the end of 2024, you cannot even pinpoint what you did with the entire whole year. Because from last year, things got a whole lot more noisy, right? And so this year, things will get even much more noisy. Everything and everybody and everything is going to be telling you, oh, do this, do that, do this, do that. You yourself, you have to discover what you want, what industry you want to focus on, what product you want to focus on, what service you want to focus on, what strategy you want to focus on, what business you want to focus on. Pick your struggle in a nutshell. I urge you, focus, 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 focus. I'm repeating that focus for emphasis, right? Pick your struggle, own your struggle, and then be the expert of your struggle. Maybe that's a way to put it. Pick a struggle this 2024. Regardless of whatever anybody say, even if it's Banji that is telling you that advice, even if it's me that I'm talking to you right now, that I'm telling you that advice, if you have picked a struggle, and in picking a struggle means you have to pick something that is close to your strengths, something that you can play in or you can play at, right? Obviously, don't pick a struggle that you cannot play at. Don't pick a struggle that is not close to your strength. Obviously, you don't want to play to your disadvantage. So pick a struggle to your strength, right? Pick a struggle, focus on that struggle, own that struggle, and then be the expert of that struggle, right? So regardless of whatever noise, AI or blockchain or Bitcoin whatever noise everybody is making anywhere, if you are an expert of your struggle, you will always stand out. Again, for those that attended the Microsoft Innovation Session, right, that we held at Microsoft office last year, one of the things that they talked about is find a niche and build on that niche. Don't be a jack of all trades and master of none. Find a niche and build on that. So when I mean pick your struggle, find something, find an area in tech, find a company you want to focus. Even when it comes to even working, this focus also comes down to working as well, right? Don't jump from company A to company B. Pick a struggle, own that struggle, and then be an expert in that struggle. Pick a struggle, own the struggle, and be an expert in that struggle, right? Pick a struggle, own the struggle, and be an expert in that struggle, right? So pick a struggle, own the struggle, and be an expert in that struggle. So don't be a jack of all trades, master of none, right? This 2024, I urge you, put that at the back of your mind. Don't dilly-dally this 2024. Don't over-experiment. Now, experimentation is good for balance. Experiment a number of things to find your focus or find your struggle. But the minute you've experimented to a certain point and you have discovered an area of focus or an area of struggle or an area of attention that you want to put attention to, sit down on that area, learn that area well, be an expert of that area well, understand that area well, be the person that knows that area better than any other person, right? And then plunge yourself into that. So regardless of whatever is trending this year, when it comes to the tech ecosystem, whatever is trending when it comes to working as product managers, whatever product management idea or philosophy is trending this 2024, stick to a specific area of focus and be the expert of that focus. That's my first point. Because 2024, like I said, is going to be noisy. And a lot of people, especially people that are younger in the industry, they will get derailed, right? They will get derailed in the sense that they will get derailed in the sense that they will lose what they are doing and they will not gain anything, despite trying to do plenty things at the same time. So they would do plenty things and get involved in plenty things, but at the end of the day, they will find out that they've not been able to achieve much, right? And the noise is always the noise is going to be too much this 2024. So please don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. Don't do everything that everybody is saying. Find a struggle, pick your struggle, own your struggle, be an expert of your struggle this 2024. If not, you just discover that at the end of the year, you cannot even pinpoint what you've exactly done in your career, what you've done on the job, what you've achieved in this 2024. That's one. Number two, right? Number two, sow seeds. Like I said, I'm not talking about product management. Number one is focus, 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 focus. You can write that focus like 15 times so that it sticks. Focus. You need focus. It shows that even other areas of your life, aside from career, but let's just focus on product management. Focus. Number two, sow seeds. What do I mean by sow seeds? Invest either in yourself, invest in the people around you, invest in your community, invest on your job, invest in your company. Sow seeds this 2024, right? I know I'm sounding like a pastor, right? But I'm not speaking from a religious point of view. I'm just speaking like, and I'm going somewhere. What do I mean by sow seeds? Invest. We are getting more into a culture of where people want to get something for nothing, or people want to get so much, but they are not willing to put so much. And that's the trend that I'm seeing a lot. People want to get so much, but they are not willing to put in so much. We talk a lot about high salaries in product management, but nobody is going to pay you a 7-figure salary for you to come and be sitting there and be talking about user stories and acceptance criteria. It's going to go far beyond that. It's going to go far beyond that. So, when people talk about salaries, it's great when we talk about it, but you should be willing to put in more than you are going to be paid for in any job. That's investing, right? So it's not just about, I want to collect a 500K salary, a 700K salary. Are you willing to put in more effort than that 700K that the company is hiring you for, right? Can you guys hear me? Mic check.
No.
How about now?
Yes,
Okay. Awesome. All right then. So, this 2024, please sow seeds or invest. Maybe I should not use sow seeds so it doesn't sound like a religious something. Investing, even your company that you work for. Invest your time, your energy. Don't join the wagon of there's so much noise around. I want to earn 7-figure. I want to earn this. Can you categorically beat your chest that you'll be able to do a job more than that 700K that you want to earn? If you cannot categorically beat your chest that you will bring more than that value to the organization, there's no point they should pay you that money. And the funniest thing is that with the way the world is going now, if you pay attention, this afternoon, right, I was watching a documentary about the tech industry, right, projections in 2024 for the tech industry. And already, between now and January, January 14 or 13 or 14. Today is 14, right? A lot of tech companies have laid off staffs in the last 2 weeks of resuming 2023. Google, Amazon Prime, about 20 of them, a top list of tech companies have laid off staffs, right? Why have they laid off staffs? Because AI is now doing job, right? Truth is that AI is going to take some people's job. But the reason why AI is going to take some people's job is because they are not so valuable, right? So it's not because the companies want to sack people. Do you think companies are going to sack anybody that is so valuable to them that they know the return on investment for paying that person's salary? No, they will not sack somebody that person's impact in the organization always shows. The reason why people get sacked is because their impact is not significant. No company will sack somebody that the impact is significant. No company will ever. It's that person that will leave. In short, they'll be begging the person to stay. So the question is, you as a talent that you want to be paid well, can you beat your chest categorically that you are doing more than you are being paid for in that company? Because we are getting too much into the culture of everybody's talking about big money, 7-figure, earning dollars. The question is, are you doing the work that brings that money? Because a lot of people just hype this whole money thing. And it's good because truth is that people earn such kind of money. But earning such kind of money does not come on a platter of gold. It doesn't, nobody. And now that economy is tight, and it's not just in Nigeria, economy is tight everywhere. And I'm also saying this from predictions, right? Like I said, just today I was watching a documentary about, the tech economy, the tech ecosystem globally and stuff, right? The economy is tough everywhere. In the US, so in Nigeria, in Africa, it is tough everywhere, right? And so it then means that companies are going to get wiser with their finances. Gone are the days when they'll just be paying somebody $100,000 just to be sitting down to do 3 meetings or 4 meetings a day. Those days are past, right? No company is going to be doing that kind of thing anymore, right? Like I said, a lot of top tech companies have laid off staff within the last 2 weeks of resuming 2024. Now, this is not to scare you. This is to just show you that you need to invest more in being a valuable talent. That you can beat your chest that if I enter into this company, this is the kind of result that I can bring for them. If your result is not tangible, this 2024, my brother and sister, you will not go far. And it's not somebody wishing you bad. It's just saying it as it is. Just like I said again, the prediction is that the economy is tighter, and so companies are trying to be more smarter with their expenses. Gone are the days when companies just hire for hiring's sake. Now you have to prove your worth to any organization. How do you prove your worth? You have to show that you are valuable. And that takes me back to my point. I said sow seeds. Sow seeds means that this 2024, invest in yourself very well. Like when I mean invest in yourself, invest in training yourself, invest in upskilling yourself, aside from investing in maybe learning, right? This year, please invest in human capital. In short, I would say investing in human capital is probably more important than even what you know. I will say that again. Investing in human capital is people. Investing in people, investing in relationships is even more important than what you supposedly know. Please, this 2024, don't be a lone ranger. I said this last year as well. I urge you, this 2024, don't be doing boss man or boss lady. Like we say in Yoruba, it's people that people know that they are going to help. It's people that people know that they are going to support. It's people that people know that they are going to help. It's people that people know that they are going to support. And in this 2024, relationship is going to play a key role in hiring. Relationship is going to play a key role in partnership. Relationship is going to play a key role in even growth, right? So I urge you, this year, aside from investing in yourself in terms of learning and learning new things, investing in human capital, build relationship with the right people. Just today now, for example, Just today, I don't want to lay the cat out of the bag. They say don't say anything that is premature. But just today, there's a relationship that I've been building throughout this last quarter of 2023, right? And that relationship is already bringing out something that will be fruitful. That will don't let me blow the trumpet. That will be fruitful in 2024. And it is not about say, oh, Banji knows something. I don't know that, but it's because I invested in that relationship, right? In the last quarter of 2023, I invested so much. When I mean invested, it's not because I spent money. Like I invested in spending time. This 2024, don't be a lone ranger. Don't sit down in your house and be working in front of your laptop 8 to 5, 8 to 5, or 9 to 5, whatever approach that you work. Connect with people of substance. Meet people of substance. Build relationship. Let people know you. Even inside of Enoverlab community, if people are recommending job inside of Enoverlab community, for example, we do recommend you for job. Inside this our own community now that we are right now, this Enoverlab community. If somebody wants to recommend somebody for job now, do they know you enough inside this community that Juliana is in that Enoverlab community, let's go and give her that job. We know that girl, she's always doing this, she's always doing that, she's always doing this, she's always doing that. So this 2024, I urge you, invest in human capital. Now people will know people, they help person. I've been saying that thing since last year, and it sounds like joke, but one thing I personally did a lot last year, or I don't let me say a lot, I did better, but I want to do much better this 2024, is to invest in human capital. Build relationship up, build relationship down, build relationship left, build relationship right, because you do not know where people are going to speak up for you. So don't be a lone ranger. Don't do ITK this 2024. Don't do I sabi, I know. Those things not going to work this 2024 because, like I said again, the economy is tougher. Companies are being very lean with hiring, and so it means that they will even rely more on recommendations more than ever before to hire talent. So if they don't know you, you just think that, I know product management, I learned product management at Enoverlab. I got certificate at Enoverlab. My certificate is this one. Those things are not going to be your biggest advantage. Your biggest advantage are going to be the people you know and the people that knows you. So I urge you this year, invest in a lot of things. Invest in knowledge, invest in upskilling yourself. But I think the most important investment you can invest in this 2024 is human capital. Let people know you and you know people. Start investing in relationships that you don't even need. Right? Like I said, I invested in a relationship, and suddenly that relationship that I invested in, in the last quarter of 2024, right, suddenly is, do you know what that relationship is? Do you know what that relationship connected me with? I don't want to say the details yet. That relationship connected me to the number 2 man in Nigeria today, the vice president. Just one person, right? And I am close to doing something for the vice president office in Nigeria. Just one person. And the funny thing is that I don't even know that one person from Jack, but I built a relationship with that one person. So, and it's not about Banji is smart. It's not about Banji is a lead product manager in Dashout or is the CEO of Enoverlab, right? It's not about that. So if you are going in this 2024, I urge you in the name of God, build relationship, invest in people. Don't do Superman, don't do Superwoman, don't do ITK, don't do I2know, don't do I sabi. Invest in people. And don't just invest because you want to gain something from them. Investing in something means that you are putting something of value on the table, right? You are putting something of value on the table.
So investing means that you're putting something of value on the table, right? So that this person you are investing in sees that you are someone of value. So I urge you in the name of God, this 2024, invest, especially in people, invest in a lot of things, but definitely most importantly, invest in people, right? Build relationship upward, build relationship sideward, even build relationship with people that you are senior over, right? People that you are more than their level, right? Because you never can tell where the next recommendation is going to come from. You just never can tell. So build relationship with people that are your seniors, build relationship with people that are your mates, build relationship with people that are even your juniors, supposedly, quote and unquote, right? Even people that you are more senior to, build relationship with them because you never can tell. Please, if you want to maximize 2024 as a product manager this year, build relationship, invest in human capital. Don't form boss man, don't form boss woman, don't form superman, don't do ITK, don't do I sabi. Don't form anything. Just invest in people because you never can tell where those things are going to take you to. Finally, my final point is this one. When I wrote it down, I was just smiling. Let me say it the way it is in my head. My final point is kiss a lot. Now somebody's gonna be thinking something in their head. My final point is for you to kiss a lot. Marakat is laughing. This 2024, kiss a lot.
Eh?
Yes, kiss a lot. I'm just joking. So what do I mean by kiss a lot? Keep things very simple. This 2024. Kiss means keep it silly simple. That's what it means. Keep it silly simple. Keep it. That's what kiss means. That's the acronym for kiss. I don't mean you should go and kiss somebody. You don't go and, except the person is your wife. Keep it silly simple. That's what I mean. Keep it silly simple. Exactly, kiss. Exactly. Thank you, Faith. This 2024, please don't complicate things. Don't complicate your job. Don't complicate other people's job. Your developer's job, don't complicate it. Your designer's job, don't complicate it. Don't complicate your own job as well, right? This 2024, invest in making things very, very simple. Now, why is that important? Like I said, there's going to be a lot of noise this 2024. Everybody's going to be, plenty of people are going to be talking about do it like this, do it like this, don't do it like this. So you need focus, right? Including focus, you also need to keep things very simple, right? Keep everything that you do, even your job. Why? It's just the advantage. Now, when something is very simple, it saves you plenty stress. I mean, what else? And that's the biggest advantage of keeping things simple. Now, it just saves you plenty stress. You're not going to stress yourself too much. You're just doing it, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. If you ask our team members at Enoverlab, one of our goals this 2024 is keep things simple. Simple in the sense that you want to ensure that everything you're doing is easy to duplicate, easy to replicate, so that you're not stretching yourself, you're not, stressing yourself too much. You're just doing copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. And there's nothing like doing copy and paste, especially when your copy and paste is getting results. That's the key word. So if you find something that is getting results for you, keep it silly simple in a way whereby you can even hand over that task to an 8-year-old, and that 8-year-old will deliver on it because you have kept it simple. So one way you want to work as a product manager this 2024 is, how do I make all the things that I do silly simple? Silly simple, meaning that can you bring an 8-year-old into your job? I was telling our team members at Enoverlab that there's a particular job, there's a particular role, right, at Enoverlab that all that person just needs to do is just copy and paste, and the person will get results. And if we hand over that role to my youngest sister that is 12 or 13-year-old, she will also get results because it's just simply copy and paste. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. That's all. Right? So this 2024, save yourself plenty stress. Figure out how to do things silly simple and then do it silly simple, so that you save yourself plenty stress. But most importantly, why is it important for you to save yourself plenty stress, especially when it comes to working as a product manager? So that you can invest that remaining time that you have into, you remember what I said, this 2024, sow seeds, invest in training yourself, invest in upskilling yourself, invest in human capital, invest in building relationships with people, invest in your community. Even this Enoverlab community, invest in the community. Let people know you. You to know people inside of the community. One thing we're going to do a lot this year is, community engagement, our live community engagement, our hangout and all of these things, right? So that we build that community of people that know each other, right? But if you don't keep your job silly simple, right, how will you have time to be able to invest in other things? Remember I said this 2024, you should sow seeds, invest a lot in 2024. But the only way you can invest a lot in 2024 is if you have time. So this 2024, find ways to simplify your daily job as a product manager so that you can have time to do other things. You can have time to invest in other things. You can have time to invest in building relationships with people. You can have time to come for Enoverlab hangouts. You can have time to attend product session like we are doing right now. You can have time to go and upskill yourself on maybe AI. You can have time to build a new product. You can have time to come up with a new strategy for your product to succeed. If you are too bogged down on doing hard work every day, how will you have time to grow your work? Right? If you have too bogged down doing the hard work every day, how will you have time to grow your work? So in a nutshell, please, this 2024, keep your work silly simple. Right? Be kissing every day. Be kissing every day. Keep it silly simple, right? Figure out how to make your work simple and then keep it simple like that. So that you can then have extra time to invest. So you can have extra time to invest in other aspects of your life, not just even career, not just even being a product manager alone. Right. And I know everybody here, we are more than product. Our life is beyond just product management. We have family. Some of us have children. Some of us are about to get married. Some of us are preparing to get married. Some of us we are in different phases of our lives. Right. You can't let your life be all about product management from day one to the end. Right. Go make sense. That's not work-life balance. Right. And that will not make you happy. That will not make you fulfilled. I'm just bringing it to another context. For your life to be fulfilling, it has to be balanced, right? I know last year, every time Blessing throws out surveys, people always saying they're working. People always say they are working the weekend. People always saying they no rest. People always saying work has suffocated them, and it's not bad. But the truth is that you will get overwhelmed in time and you will get frustrated and you will tire you. And then you will not leave that work, right? Overwhelm will come in. What's that thing now? Overwhelm. There's another word now that is very popular. You get burnout. And when you get burnout, you just bounce. You now stop doing that work well, and then it affects your results. So please, this 2024, right? Keep things silly simple so that you will not burn out, so that you don't get overwhelmed, so that you are not, for example, even if you work on weekends, your work should be so minimal because you've created a system or a structure around your work that just makes it easy to duplicate, easy to replicate. Right? For example, now personally, I have a system for user research. Anytime I want to do research, I just go and copy and paste that system. I've been someone who like doing copy and pasting for a long time. Right? I just pick something, copy and paste, pick something, copy and paste. I set up a structure, copy and paste, so that I can't be stressing my head every single time. The moment I'm having to stress my head every single time, it's stressful. And then what happens is that I will not have time to do other things. Right? And you need those other things time. So, in a nutshell, these are the 3 things that I want to share with you for you to maximize this 2024, right? My amazing product managers at Enoverlab. Number 1, focus. Number 2, invest, sow seeds, right? Invest in yourself, investing in upskilling, investing in learning But most importantly, invest in people, invest in human capital, right? Don't gone are the days when you should be saying, oh, na connection dey help people in Nigeria. That is the reality anywhere in the world. Connection is helping everybody anywhere in the world. You have to know the game and play the game. Don't be accusing the game. That person got the job because the person knows somebody inside. That is how people are getting jobs now. So if you are not playing the game, you are abusing the game. You are saying, oh, they are no more hiring people based on skill set. They are hiring people based on recommendation. That's the truth. It's easier and it's cheaper for any organization to hire based on recommendation than to go through that whole rigorous process of interviewing somebody and going through 5 different interviews. It's expensive. It's easier for somebody to just say, HR, I know this guy. That guy is in Enoverlab community. He's a smart guy. He's always contributing here. Right? I think it's going to be a good fit for your company. And the HR just call you. They say you're going to be a good fit to our company. They ask you question 1, question 2, question 3. You answer it where they bring you into the company. You are not even going to go through 5 stages of interview before you get the job. Unlike people that send CV out. Right? People that send CV out, they don't used to go through stress. People that get recommended don't go through stress. Remember what I said, keep things silly simple. Find what works and play the game. Right? Find what works and play the game. Right? Now, I'm not saying you should stop sending out CVs, though, don't get me wrong. Send out CVs, but also invest in human capital. Build relationship with people. Build relationship with senior people. Build relationship with junior people. Build relationship with developers. Build relationship with designers. Build relationship with everybody. Let people start know you. You don't have to be their. When I mean build relation, I'm not meaning like boyfriend and girlfriend relation. I just mean like normal professional relationship. Normal professional relationship. And then finally, keep things simple this 2024. Save yourself stress so that you can have time to do other things that are important to you. Right? This 2024, don't build a system and a structure around your work so that it just makes your job as a product manager easy and then you can have time. Because if there's one major complaint I've seen a lot about product managers is a lot of people are complaining that product management is overwhelming. A lot of people complain that product management is stressful. And the truth is that it is. If I want to be honest with you, it is stressful. It can be overwhelming. Ask anybody who is a product manager here. It is stressful and it can be overwhelming. But how I have personally learned, especially in the last few years, is keep things simple, right? And coming into this year, I'm even taking it with more intentionality, right? With way more intentionality this 2024, personally for me. I'm coming into 2024 with way more intentionality about keeping things simple, right? I have a structure, I just duplicate that structure. So it means that I don't have to always be thinking about it every single time I have to do that job. I just carry a template and I'm always duplicating that template, rinse and repeat, duplicate, rinse and repeat, duplicate. So that means I'm not having to rack my head. And anytime I have to do that particular task, all I just need to take the template, duplicate it. And that task will literally be completed in 10, 15 minutes instead of taking me 2 hours. And I can have time to do something else. I can have time to invest in human capital. I can have time to attend a conference that will make me to meet people. I can have time to go to an hangout. I can have time to attend product session. I can have time to listen to something. I can have time to spend time with my girlfriend, my boyfriend, somebody that I love. I can have time to spend time with my wife. You can have time to do other things in a nutshell. So this 2024, those are my 3 things for you. Focus, invest a lot this 2024, especially in human capital, and then keep things silly, simple. This is how you're going to maximize 2024 for you as a product manager. Thank you for listening to me. Blessing over to you.
Thank you so much, Banji. Thank you so much for this amazing session. Three things. Three things. And in a way, this thing, I carry my own. My own is there too. Because rest is important. Keeping things simple is just going to, help you um, distress in a way. You're doing the thing, but because you have a structure to it, you're just, putting you're not doing so much. You're not having to rack your brain like Banji said. So yes, thank you so much for this insightful session. If you have questions, please let's do well to ask our questions. Raise your hand if you have questions, and we'll take your question. I think I saw one because Emmanuel raised his hand. I don't know if that was a mistake. Um, if you have questions, guys, please do well to raise your hand. If you have questions for Labanji, do well to raise your hand. All right. We have Barakat Mahmood. Hi, Barakat. Please do well to unmute and ask your question so that Banji can take your question.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Barakat. I'm currently a federal civil servant and I'm trying to transition into product management. So the question I have for Mr. Banji is that is about the focus in a niche aspect, the first point he made. So I'm just trying to know that for someone that is trying to like start off, I want to know how you identify your niche and how to build on it. I don't know, there are a lot of aspects to product management. So I just want to know how I would determine what I really want to do. I don't know if you understand my question, Mr. Banji. How do I know what exactly to focus on and how I go about starting it off? That's my question.
All right, Banji, over to you. Banji, are you there? Oh, I think Banji dropped off. Probably network issues. These guys give me a few minutes, like 1 minute or two. Baraka, please stay on the call so that when he comes back, he would probably take your question.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess he's having network issues because the audio was really different. So I think we had three variations of the audio. So I think network must be an issue. Let me watch out. Okay. Okay, so your question is, how do you know what to focus on as an aspiring product manager, right? Barakat. Sorry?
Yes, yes. In summary, yes.
Okay. Okay, I think I saw Kosi's hand. Kosi, would you go ahead to ask your questions? A question. Well, I will just use that one to wait for Banji.
Can you hear me now? Hello. Good
Yes,
evening.
yes. Yes,
Yeah,
good evening.
so okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Banji, for the session. So, what I have is not a question; it's more like a suggestion on what he said about knowing people and all of that.
Okay.
So, when you have friends that work at companies where you might want to work in future, and stuff like that. You can always ask them if there are openings. Then you can ask them if there are referral programs in their company because several companies, like the ones I know of, they have referral systems. And once a staff refers you, you are guaranteed a feedback. You're not guaranteed. For some companies, you might be guaranteed an interview. For some companies, you're guaranteed a feedback. But at least the fact that a staff kind of recommends you gives you an upper hand, so you can always reach out to your friends, even if not your friends, maybe people you know on LinkedIn, you follow product managers or whatnot. You can be like, oh, I saw an opening and I wanted to reach out to you if you can just refer me to the job. Some people would say no, some people would say yes, but at the end of the day, some people will say yes and they will refer you, and you at least you are guaranteed a response instead of just sending your CV out blank that way. So that's what I have to say. Thank you.
Okay, I think this is a contribution, correct, Kosi? Because is this a contribution or a question? I didn't get
No,
that.
it's a contribution. I just wanted to mention it
Okay,
so
okay.
we can add that to the networking. So we don't just have people in our network and do not know how to make use of the network that we have.
All right, that's valid, right? Thank you so much for that one. I think I'll just go over Barakat's question for Banji to listen. How do you know what to focus on as an aspiring product manager based on your first points? Focus, focus, focus. Banji.
Okay. Very good question. How do you know what to focus on as an aspiring product manager? As an aspiring product manager, your focus right now is to learn, right? Especially when you're aspiring, right? Um, Learn a lot, but learn and practice a lot. I don't want to just stop at learning. I think practice a lot sef, is very important as learning. So learn and practice a lot, right? As and maybe also maybe let me chip this in. Learn, practice, and put yourself out a lot. So I think so that it is balanced. So learn a lot, practice a lot, but very importantly, put yourself outside. Don't be learning and be practicing a lot in your bedroom alone, right? Let people know that you can do a job, right? For example, now some of you are product managers and they don't even know in your church, in your mocks, that you are a product manager. How? If your church people that are supposed to be like your closest community or your people in the same community group don't even know that you're a product manager, I don't know what you are doing. No, right? Are you trying to hide them from your wahala or are you hiding from village people? I don't know which one you are doing precisely. So please, this for a new product manager or for someone who is just starting out in product manager, learn a lot, practice a lot, and then put yourself out. So what do I mean by put yourself out? Start to find ways to work as a product manager, even if it's just volunteer. For example, now at least every church has maybe IT team. If you cannot volunteer to be in the IT team, to maybe can I join the IT team that is managing the church website, for example, or maybe your estate. For example, now in my estate, my estate, we use a mobile app for all estate payments and stuff, right? I remember checking through and I said, okay, they were even outsourcing the development and the management of the estates application and stuff. So I didn't bother about it. But if it was managed internally, right, I would have probably put myself out to say, let me help the estate to manage the estate application, since me, I've noticed some loopholes in how it works, even though it's just something minor, but we can probably find ways to make it better. For example, in my head, one of the feature ideas that I have for my own estate, for example, where I stay, right, because we have an application for all estate residents, is for them to create some kind of community feature, right? How will all of us be in this estate? And I'm speaking for myself now, and I don't even know the person that is living in block 10. My block is block 3, but I don't know people that are living in block 10, right? And I've been in this estate for almost going to a year now, and I don't know people that is living in block 10 after 1 year, right? I feel like, in my opinion, if I'm the one managing the estate app, I'll probably introduce some kind of community feature, right? Where we are going to create series of community related activities inside of the app, right? And they were going to create some form of gamification around it, where we would incentivize people to engage in those community activities, and then that would then bring residents together. And because in the estates we have like a small park, but here we don't use the park to do anything. Grass is just growing there, but estate residents are not even going there to have a community. This is just me speaking for myself. But I found out that the estate management are not managing the app, they outsource the development. So it means it's not someone internally that is managing the estate application. So since the software development company managing, I just off my hand away from it. But what am I saying in a nutshell? Find ways. If you are a new product manager, find ways to use your skills, find ways to volunteer. So don't just be learning. You learn from Enoverlab, you learn from one place, you go to Udemy, you go to YouTube, all the old product manager influencer on LinkedIn, you are following them, you are learning from them. You just be learning. And I remember I said something, there's going to be too much information this 2024. So Don't just be learning. Put into practice and then find ways to actually work. Even as a new product manager, find ways to find something to do, right? Volunteer in the church, volunteer for your estate, volunteer for the community, volunteer somewhere so that you can start to practice the skill hands-on, right? So that's my take on that. What do you need to focus on? Learn, practice, and then put yourself out there. That's what I would say. Learn, practice, put yourself out there. If you're a new product manager or you're aspiring product manager.
All right, makes sense. Thank you very much for that one, Banji. Do we have other questions before we call it a wrap? All right, while we wait for other people to ask questions, okay, I see hands up. We are Gara Comfort. Once I'm done, you would ask your question. So, let's go ahead to our social media as we always do. Let's go to our social media to share the things that we have learned in today's session. Go to your LinkedIn at Enoverlab, tag us. We are going to repost. Tag us on Twitter, the things that you have learned in this session this evening. It's been 1 hour plus, right, of learning, and it has been insightful for me, I must say. So go ahead to share the things that you have learned and have us repost. On Instagram is at Enoverlab NG. On Twitter, it's Enoverlab. On LinkedIn, it is as well Enoverlab. So go ahead, write the things that you have learned. Let's know how this has impacted you, and let's share it as well. Let's also repost it as well for other people to see the things that you have learned from this session and also learn from it. Right. Thank you very much. Comfort, please do well to unmute and ask your question. Then Dr.
All right. Okay. So my question would be, while we're having the session, I know Holamaji mentioned how we should invest in people, right? So you mentioned a particular thing about, oh, you shouldn't meet somebody because you're trying to like get something from them, which is very valid, right? And I've also heard people say, be ready to also put in value or to give the other person value. So now I've always battled with keeping my network, at least with some people, right? And now to regarding what he said. So if I meet someone, let's say I got a connection. So in contributing value to that person, how exactly are we supposed to do that? Imagine, okay, so let's say the person then asks you that probably I need something like this and you have knowledge of that thing and you're able to help, that sort of makes it look like, okay, you're contributing value to this person. But how do you position yourself, or what do you do? How do you show yourself as somebody who wants to also give that person value, right? Without probably an actual conversation around, oh, I would like you to, or do you know how to do this? Things like that. So how do you do that exactly, right? So that's my question.
Okay, awesome. Very good question. How do you give value to someone? Uh, my answer to that is very fundamental to product manager. You do user research. It's user research, but obviously it won't be like user researching the person. It will be like observation. And I think there's something at Enoverlab now in our product management training, there's a particular slide here that says observation is one of the best form of research. Right? Anybody here that's taking Enoverlab product management training will probably know that statement, or at least should know that statement. It's in that user research slide. It says observation is one of the best form of research. So you observe. You can learn a lot from observation more than you think or more than you imagine. Even for your product, even when you are researching, like you have a real product and you have real users and stuff. So in the context of people, observe. You figure out a number of things when you observe well, right? You figure out a number of things when you observe well. So when you observe, oh, this is how people are, or this is how this person is, this is what this person likes. It can be, I said it last year in the last year session as well. It can be as simple as remembering people's birthdays. It can just be as simple as that. They might not even tell you their birthday, but maybe they just posted it on their WhatsApp status and you happen to see the status, right? And you just surprise them with a birthday gift. You even remember my birthday, but I never tell you that it's my birthday. That kind of is something. And it's not something that you have to do something
Okay.
you get.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. Absolutely. Thank you.
You're
All
welcome.
right. Thank you very much for that one. They say you should not forget the birthday of your user or the people you want to use. Just joking. Right. Let's hear from Dorcas. Hi, Dorcas. Do you still want to ask your question, or we should just go ahead to end the session? Okay, I think Dorcas is no longer on the call, so I guess we do not have um any more questions. So yes, guys, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for coming to product session today, the first product session of the year. It's been an amazing time having to hear from Olabanji and having to have you guys full attention, right? And we're grateful. If you're not on the community, I would be dropping the community link shortly. Hold on. So if you're not in the Enoverlab community, I can tell you for free that you're missing a great deal, especially if you are from our social media Instagram or maybe Twitter, right? I can tell you for free that you are missing a lot because our community is an interesting one, I must say, and it's one that everyone should everyone that is looking to be a product manager, right? Or that is even already a product manager, or one that is looking for a community where they can just belong, not be lost, right? I've dropped the community link in the chat box. If you're not in our community, then this is a chance for you to be a member of our amazing community where we share ideas. Nobody's always an island. You can ask any question and every question in the community, and nobody's going to hold you because why, right? Rather, there is always solution. Even if people don't have the right answers, they will give you pointers. That I know on that community. If they don't have answers to something, you will surely get pointers. And most times, I don't think people don't have answers to anything on that community. One person will always have an idea. One person will always, want to help you out. So if you're not in that community, you are doing yourself a disservice, right? So the link has dropped in the chat box now, and it would be nice that you join so that we can move this products management ministry forward, right? Okay, Banji wants to say something.
Yeah, so just to wrap up, right? As you are joining the community, like we have said, invest. Don't join,
Invest, so don't come
don't
to
join,
our
don't join the community and come and be a silent
lie, lie,
loner.
lie, lie, lie. Let
Don't
us
join
not
the community
spoil.
and come and be